Good morning, good evening, good noon, good everybody. How are we all today? You see I'm on the runway, look. I'm at the deer farm and I'm about to have a little peeky peek inside these hives because that big stack needs these supers taken off. Check them ready for winter. Make sure there's nothing, they don't need anything yet. Just generally check their well-being. I've got some pretty important news coming up soon. Some really exciting going to be happening, hopefully, or should be. Let's see what bee activity we've got. Might just chop a bit of the grass back as well in front of some of the hives. Yeah, so that one there that's 4 stacks high, we need to reduce it. Obviously get them ready for winter. And have a quick peeky peek inside the other hives. The weather's not too bad, it has come over cloudy though. But we'll get on, we'll get on. Right, so after checking, I've only had a little check, I've not had a proper full-on inspection today. Because there's no need. But after a quick check, that big hive there's probably 2 full supers of honey to come off that one, and that will still give them a super of honey. And then these ones here, there's probably a super off the very end one, and then they'll be left with a super as well for themselves to carry on filling up and keep for winter. And then the middle hive, they're building their super. They've got a lot of work, but they build a lot of proportion of it, so they want feeding up. And then the nucleus, what I'm going to do with all my nukes is pull them all back to the house so that I can keep an eye on them and feed them. And I've got my big colony in the garden that I'm going to move out this year. So the next I'll be assessing that to see what's coming off of that, because I need it light enough to be able to move and put in the old trusty panda and move up here. And I'll probably put it where that little nuke there is, on that stand with them. But these bees are doing all good, they're all good. Obviously they're not as busy today because of the weather. I was a bit worried about the big hive with them being so big. They're not thinking of swarming or anything, they shouldn't, but I did have a swarm last Sunday, you see, up at the farm. After I went through every single hive and split the empty supers off the top, ready to take away, and I guess one of the hives thought, right, we're off, mate. So we're going to go up there now and have a little checky check, just a quick check. I plan on tomorrow taking all the supers away. We've got the honey in, and the empty supers to be froze and then stored for winter, and then we'll start feeding and varroa treating, because it's summer's a bust in England this year. It's been a funny old season, although there is still, we're only in August, so there is still August, September, you know. The bees might still give back something, but it's best to just let them build up for winter, so we've got strong colonies and we don't have to give them too much feed. Then it's alright feeding them, but it's probably not the healthy way for the bees. The bees want what they've collected, really. The bees know best, as they say. Anyway, we'll go up to the other farm next and we'll check all the hives up there. Just waiting for my smoker to go out a bit so I can hang it on the back of the car. Right, I'm back again. So I'm down at the farm apiary. I'm not checking into the hives, I'm not going into the hives, I'm just come down just to make sure everything's flying and looks okay, really. Before we... Yeah, look at that, that's bubbling now. We're looking for everything's flying and stuff. Yeah, them girls are all good, all these ones. So they're flying, they're flying, they're flying. Oh, look at them, they're nice. They're good for it. It's nice to see all the bees flying. You can see straight away there. These are good strong hives. These. Look at them go. Say it's been a bit of a bust really in the UK this year for the honey. Obviously we had the spring honey and they had a good crop and had a bit of a summer crop, and then weather turned rubbish and stuff. So, but could the weather change? Could we have a good August and good September, which would mean the bees would bring it in again? Obviously the Norfolk bees are no more. These bees are good. So there's a wasp on the door. The good thing is all these hives are strong, so they can resist the wasp. I'm gonna just have a little scout, and then tomorrow obviously I'm gonna be busy just taking all the empty supers away, ready to freeze the frames, to kill any wax moth or anything, ready to store them all for winter. I can't go up and check the ones on the trailer that I wanted because the people are still camping up there. Tom did say that they've had stings from wasps, no bee stings, just the wasps have been harassing them somewhat. But well, we'll have a look when we're up there. Anyway, everything's good down here, so tomorrow is going to be take these supers away. This one still needs this super putting up here, and then yeah, that super putting down, because we'll leave them with one full super, and then just before the winter we'll remove their queen excluders so they've got access to the supers. But yeah, busy today, look at them all. So that is good, that's what we want to see. And then we're going to start setting up here for the next run of hives. Although possibly we've got an exciting update to come where we're going to be possibly might move all of these hives to a different location. Although this is a brilliant location, we'll perhaps use this still for bees, but this other location will take all the hives that we've got. It's still on the farm, but it's going to require a lot of work. But it's going to be a winter project, I think. Hopefully get enough of it done over the winter to be able to get the hives into there ready for next season. Beautiful. I can smell, there's such a smell here. It just smells amazing. You can just smell the hives and you can smell the honey. I think it might be going to rain because look at the way they're all coming back. Either that, or I've noticed every time I come down here the bees pile back to the hives. Is it because it's going to rain? Or is it because they've seen that yellow Fiat Panda 4x4 roll up and they're like, everybody back to the hive, let's go and harass Mark. I'll just stand in the middle a minute. I don't want them climbing up my legs. Everybody's piling home. I'm stood right in front of them. If I stand here, See them incoming. Look at these incoming bees, Now they're all bumping into me. They're like, get out of the way, get out of the way, we need to get home. Get out of our way. Look at them all. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So I think it's safe to say it might be going to rain, or it's raining somewhere, and the bees are just... all hives are coming home. This hive, everybody piling back, look. And you notice not many people leaving. Well, not, what am I calling people? They're bees. Not many bees leaving, just all returning. Look at that. Look at them all. Come on, everybody in! I'll stand in front, create a bit of a craziness. Look at them. Amazing, look at them all, look at that, because I stood in front of their hive. Watch when I step out. Look at that. I've probably got loads on my bum and on my back. That's just crazy. Obviously they've all got reduced doors as well because of the wasps. But I mean, you could say they would deal with wasps. That's amazing. All these ones. Yeah, all the same, look. Everybody home. The sky is just filled with bees coming back. I think it's safe to say we've created a bee army. Look at them all. It's amazing. So I'll just go up the top now and have a little look. I'm going to straighten that hive up a bit, I think. We don't want them building wonky comb. You see the hive's at an angle like that, so the bees will build and it'll curve like that because they follow, they hang like a pendulum and literally hang off each other and build dead straight like a pendulum would. You know, like a pendulum will swing. So if the hive's at an angle, they'll build dead straight. So when you straighten that hive up, all of that comb will be at an angle and it'll be a mess. So I'm gonna slide that yellow hive along, and we'll slide them along a little bit so that they're level. Otherwise that's going to cause problems. I see all my hives, because we did the splits and stuff. We got some strong hives, and then we got the hives that were splits and stuff, and that have just become queen right and things. So they're not as bustling and busy as the other hives. But we're all good. So anyway, I'm going up the top. Right, so I'm at the top. I'm only just checking, really. Just to make sure they're all flying. Swarm's doing good. See some wasps. So you see I'm not going to go into the hives because the people are still there's still people camping. I'm going to let all the bees out. Don't want to aggravate the bees while there's people set up camp, so they won't be happy. So that one there, look, something's chewed its way in. All the bees have chewed their way out through it, but they're using that as another door. So polystyrene's, it's good, but obviously animals can eat through it. Something's had to do it there, look. The wasps will chew through it if they're determined enough. So they're a good idea because they're nice and light and things, but they're fragile. They break easily, and well, obviously if an animal wants to get in, an animal will get in. Let's see where that one's been. Something's gone on with that one. I don't think the bees can get in through them, they're just vents, I think. Yeah, look, the girls have got a wasp, so they deal with the wasp. Go on, girls, get it! No way you're getting in there, waspus. You annoying pain in the ass. So everyone's flying and doing good, so tomorrow I'm gonna have to look them into them. And we'll take all these supers away.